Oh, hey. Didn't see you there. Um, week 4, matchup 4. I go back and forth about what I call it. There's no consistency in this podcast at all. Was in the books about a week ago. And I bet none of you thought I'd be squeezing this in before this matchup is over because we are well into matchup 5. And if you don't know who you're playing in matchup 5, well, it doesn't matter because tomorrow you'll be playing someone else. First off, I do want to say that this is a very special edition of the Commish Dish because not only, again, is it someone's birthday, Joby. Happy birthday, sir. Love you so much. Happy for you and Sky, your 2 kiddos, Marlo, Scout. Not Scout. I guess Scout is one of your children. But then Sawyer is the other one. Yeah. Congratulations on making it this far. I'm proud of you. And also, I'm grilling while doing this Commish Dish. So, if I seem distracted, that's why. I'll give you a little rundown. I got some chicken going for Amanda. I got a big old tri-tip going for me. A bunch of squash and zucchini. And then I got some peppers I'm going to put on later. Amanda doesn't like the heat. I do. So, again, happy birthday, sir. Here's to grilling. Here's to Joby. Here's to baseball. I love baseball, and I love you all. So let's get down to it. We've got the first matchup we'll talk about is Brian Mall, the skipper for the biggest Little City Maulers, versus Mike Oxenballs, with Grayson at the helm. This was a bit of a rout, almost 130 points separated the winner from the loser here. And Brian, congratulations. We were back and forth there on the last day for Silver Slugger, but you pulled it out. Started from the bottom. Now you're here. 592 and a half points. Got you the Silver Slugger for last week. Congratulations, sir. And Grayson, your 463 and a half wasn't going to cut it against that. Sorry, boss. Brian, a 272 average, 17 home runs compared to 6 home runs allowed. A league-leading 17 home runs for a 2.8 triple R. Grayson, you had a 240 average. 9 bombs. You only allowed 1 home run, so that was pretty impressive for a 9 triple R. Brian, your best player, Anderson, gave you 11 innings of work, allowed 7 hits, 3 walks, while striking out 13. No home runs allowed from this pitcher for 82 points. Solid work. 41 points to start. That's golden. That'll get you the win for sure. Grayson, your best player was Plezak. Again, another pitcher. 13.1 innings pitched. Gave up 8 hits, 1 of which left the yard. While striking out 10, so 69.5 points. Still, you're almost averaging, 35 points to start there. That's solid. That's a solid contribution to your team. Brian, for your weakest link, I can't say anything. I mean, I guess I could say you couldn't score, 6.5 more points to get an even 600. That could have been cool. I mean, if that's all I can say about your team, you did all right. Okay. Oh, yeah, Grayson, I got to talk about your boy, Akil Badu from Detroit. Started out hot. He's definitely cooled off a lot. Went 0 for 15. He did draw a walk and did steal a base, but negative 10 points. I mean, from a guy that you gave 15 opportunities to, what do you think that is? 4, maybe 5 games? That's not good. So 4 or 5 days out of your matchup, that guy didn't produce anything for you. That's going to be rough. I mean, if you look at the spread, if you get a guy that gives you an average of 3 or 4 points, it's a start. That's a 25-point difference. I mean, it wouldn't get you the win, but it would put you a little closer. Yeah, sorry about that, Grayson, but no ice from you this week. We'll talk about Jack versus myself next. Jack, we had a little something going on for this, and I think we have to film it. So Pick a day. I'll try to find a day when I'm not busy. Holy shit, that's hard to do as of late. And if you can't tell, I'm still not in my house. I'm still at my parents'. We're thinking I can maybe move in Wednesday, maybe Thursday. This is just my life. I'm just wherever. It doesn't matter anymore. We did move the chickens into the coop, though, so that's cool. So at least they're not here. So now it's just Kaya, my fiance, and I living with my parents. All 6 chickens are in the coop as of like 2 hours ago. So hopefully they're doing okay. But I was 3.5 points from tying for the Silver Slugger. Let me check this shit. I smell something. There we go. Let's see. I had a 2. Well, I scored 589 points. So like I said, Brian, you and I were fighting for that Silver Slugger for sure. It was so close. So close. Came down to the wire. Actually, I think by the time I went to bed, I was in the lead for the Silver Slugger. But Brian, something happened. You pulled it out. Congratulations, sir. Jack, you had 532. So again, it was close. It was close. It was close. Jack, you tried. It was impressive. I had a 275 average. Pretty damn good. 11 home runs. 5 home runs allowed for a 2.2 triple R. Look at this. Multitasking here. Flipping chicken. Wow. Reading the Commish Dish. Well, I guess I'm not really reading the Commish Dish now. I'm just talking to you guys. But it's fine. It's fine. It's basically the same thing. It's basically the same thing. I'll be back so soon. Don't even worry about it. Jack, you had a 270 average, 9 home runs, 5 home runs allowed for a 1.8 triple R. So it was close. Just every stat, I edged you out by just a bit, which shows why I edged you out by just a bit. Points-wise, too, motherfucker. But my best player, Trey Turner, gave me a 429 average, hit 2 bombs, stole 2 bags, 16.5 points. Your best player, Byron Buxton, very similar stats. 476, so better average, 2 home runs, 2 stolen bags for 68 points. So, again, we were close. It was a close matchup. My worst player, I mean, I couldn't really find a worst player. I just said, Brian, you beat me. That was my weakest link. You beat me for Silver Slugger because it was so close. Jack, your worst player. Breaks my heart to say this. You know, you all know how much I love this player and this team and this organization. I wouldn't say a single bad thing about this team, about any of them. They've done a great job the past couple years. Jose Altuve went 4 for 26, 4 singles because he's a bitch. He misses that trash can banging. That's a 154 average for -5 points. So -5 points. Not the worst, but fuck the Astros. Fuck Altuve, okay? I hate them. I hate them. I hope you all caught on that that was obviously sarcasm. I got shit going on again. I'll be back in a sec. It's a fatty tri-tip. One side is very fatty, but it'll be really good. Yeah, so, Jack, let me know when you want to film that stuff. And I'll bring the goods. You bring the goods. We'll combine with our powers combined. And, like, let's be honest, Jack, you know I'm not going to let you go through that alone. I might not go through it at the same level as you, but I'll be right there with you in spirit and physically, too. So, I mean, what else do you want? What else do you want from me? Come on. Okay, Joby from the Hebrew Hammers was playing Team Extra Sloppy, T. Hicks. Joby, you scored 515 points against Taylor's 435. Unfortunately, Taylor, as you already said, so thank you for bringing this up. Silver Shitter, T. Sorry, dude. Yeah, that's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it at all. 435 in this league. It's trash, bro. It's trash. It's not trash. It's all right. I was just filling in time, Taylor. You know I love you. Joby, you had a leading 281 average, 9 home runs, against 6 home runs allowed for a 1.5 triple R. So not the best, not the worst. I think 1.5 is where you want to be, though. I mean, anything over 2, you're golden. Taylor, a 252 average, only 4 home runs. I had to look at that 3 or 4 different times to figure that out. Yeah, only 4 home runs from our friend Taylor Hickey. Don't look at this. Don't look at me right now. That's weird. Where'd that come from? The grill. It's too smoky. It's a smoky grill. I mean, it is smoky, but something else is smoky too. 4 home runs is not going to cut it, Taylor. Yeah, I had to look at that 3 or 4 different times to make sure I read that right. Yeah, 4 home runs against 5, so you want that first number to be higher than the second number. You want more home runs, less home runs allowed. Pro tip right there. 0.8 triple R, Taylor. So, again, reason why you got the silver shitter. Joby, your best player, Castellanos for the Cincinnati Reds. 407 average, 2 long balls, 66.5 points. Pretty good. I'll take that from an offensive player. Taylor, your best player was, what did I call him? Jason DeGrom? Jacob DeGrom. Running into some trouble now. I'm worried about his back because it's been fun to watch him. Even though he's not on my team, he's fun to watch just because he is so dominant. Yeah, Jacob DeGrom, 6 innings pitched, only allowed 3 hits, walking 1. 9 strikeouts, 52.5 points. So, I mean, not the most innings pitched. I think that's why his point total is a little low. You get a lot of points for innings pitched. But 52.5 points for 1 start, I'll take that. I'll take that for 2 starts. Shit, come on. And then, Joby, your worst player is actually on the same team as your best player, Eugenio Suarez. 0 for 5, -5 points. He couldn't even draw a walk. I mean, you gave him 5 opportunities to do something, and he just did nothing. He did nothing. So, I mean, I don't think he's worth dropping yet, but I'd keep that on your radar. And Taylor, like, your worst player, I'm just going to say your whole offense let you down. This is not a league where you can win while only hitting 4 home runs. Those home runs net you so many points. And we all know it. It's not like it's a secret. Home runs are huge. You want to hit home runs, you don't want to give up home runs. That's how you win this league. And with 4 homers for for an entire matchup, that's brutal. I had days, I think, this week where I had 4 homers. So, get on it. And then that leads us to our last matchup. Jamie with Team Ligma Balls versus the Margaritaville Jazzlers, led by Meade Dixon, attorney at law. Jamie, you had a 224 average, so pretty dismal when it comes to that. But you did hit 10 home runs, and you only allowed 1. I think this is the 2nd or 3rd time you've had an astonishing triple R. So keep that up, and you are going to be doing well. You had one where you gave up none. Last week you gave up how many? Oh, last week you gave up 7. So forget that. You had 2 weeks where you did really well with home runs allowed. A 10 triple R. Holy shit. And then, that got you 583 points. And then Max, you had a 280 average, so better average by far. 9 home runs, 4 home runs allowed, 2.25 triple R, which led to your 552. So this was actually the closest matchup of the week. Jamie, your best player was Chris Bryant, by far. A 417 average, hit 4 bombs, drew 4 walks, 89 points. Damn, I'll take that. Mike Trout, of course, the fish. He did well for you, Max. 458 average, only 1 bomb, like only 1 home run, but he did draw 2 walks. 61 points. You got to get that home run totaled up to get into that 80-90 range for an offensive player. Jamie, your worst player, Francisco Lindor. He's been having a hard time in New York. The Mets, he's got some, growing pains. He has to get used to it. I don't know. but he's been definitely struggling. They've been booing him. I watched a game where they booed him when he came up to bat at home. That's kind of brutal. Went 1 for 12, did draw a walk, negative 3.5 points. Max, it was kind of hard. You didn't have anyone go negative. But, I mean, your pitchers, all of your pitchers, I think your max innings pitched for any pitcher was only 6. And so, again, you're not going to get that point total up if your pitchers aren't going 7, 8 innings. That's how you get those big numbers like 60, 70, stuff like that. You got to get that inning pitched up. And so, as a whole, you didn't have a pitcher pitch more than 6 innings. Even your relief pitchers. You had no one pitch more than 6 innings. Get that inning total up. Joby, celebrate your birthday. Drink a beer for yourself because I'm drinking one for you. And I'll see you in a couple days. Unless, Jack, you want to get together, do our thing. I say we do it. It'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'll be right there guiding you through it in a kind and loving way. Have a good one, fellas. Commish Dish. Out.